Okay, I'm going to show you a video that I showed the kids this morning. Very important video. It's about the danger of this. This is a good thing to have, just to communicate. But if this becomes like, you feel like you can't function without it, there is problem with you now. Now, the problem is not just the adults, it's the children. So watch with me, please, and then we'll see.
Giving our kids free access to social media and phones at young ages, they are not ready for it. Their minds cannot cope with the dopamine. They can only have it up to a certain hour, and you take it away. They're children. You can take the phone away. We've got to intervene as parents. But as companies, we now have to deal with the influx of kids that are coming into our companies with addiction. Watch, I see it all the time. Walk through any office. You'll see the older employees have their phones on the sides of their computers as they're working. You'll see the youngest employees have their phones face up in front of their keyboard between their arms as they're working. This is how they work. And the science is alarming. They did experiments on mice where they do the multitasking. They change they put flashing lights to mimic going from the computer to the cell phone, the computer to the cell phone to the TV. The mice that were exposed to the changing lights, it took them 3 times longer to solve a maze than the mice that weren't, and the damage was permanent. There is a subconscious reaction to these devices when we use them, okay? What if I were to hold my phone while I'm talking to you? I'm not checking it, it's not buzzing, it's not beeping, I'm nothing, I'm just holding it. Do you feel at this moment that you are the most important thing to me right now? No, you do not. Because there is a subconscious reaction we have to the device. When it is out, it makes the people around us feel that they are less important. So we're walking down the halls in our offices and somebody says, hey boss, can I ask you a question? We go, sure, what's on your mind? We've just told them they're not that important. Or we can go, sure, what's on your mind? And if you don't have a pocket, find a shelf, put it on the shelf, come back and say, sure, what's on your mind? When we show up to a meeting, or a lunch, or a dinner, with our colleagues, our clients, or our friends, or our families, and we put the phone on the table, we have announced to everyone in the room that they are not that important to us. And by the way, putting the phone upside down is not more polite. My favorite one is in the meeting or at a lunch with someone, that the phone will ring and the caller ID will pop up and they will go, I'm not going to get it. Oh, so magnanimous. Oh, lucky to eat with you today. Or they could just put the damn thing away. You can tell how addicted we are. When somebody pulls out their phone when you're with them, how uncomfortable does that make us feel? You're walking down the street with someone, they pull their phone out, and we feel stupid. So what do? We pull our phones out. We're so addicted. Somebody goes to the bathroom when we're at dinner, and what do we have to sit there by ourselves? God forbid we should look around the room for 5 minutes. We pull our phones out. Meetings. Awful. What do we do when a meeting happens, right? Everybody's sitting waiting for the meeting to start. Bob's running a few minutes late. Bob's here? Okay, start the meeting. Do you know when relationships are built? All that in between time.
So, my dear brothers and sisters, watch the kids. Again, even us, we need to be extra careful with this. But it's the new drugs. It's the new drug. Yes, it's very dangerous. We all are affected by it. We all. But you should always put in mind that this is a means. This is not a goal. It has become a goal now. People sleep with it. People enter the toilet with it. If they can plastify it and have shower with it, they will. People now, very soon they tell you in their wasiyah, please bury with me my cell phone. I want, thinking they're gonna watch anything in. This is problem. This is to communicate. So, at certain times, you have to tell yourself, I'm not going to open it. Because I'm going to eat. Most of us eat like this now, watching while eating. You may pass the wrong thing. So this is disconnecting us socially, connecting us virtually. But socially, you may not even have a talk with your own wife, or own spouse, own children. But the side effect of it is when they feel neglected. This is even worse. You. When your son is playing, you feel he neglected you. Which is, he's with, meaning whatever, his friends are more important than you. You feel upset. Same thing. If you are doing that and your children are watching, then they start having the same habit. What goes around comes around. And so this actually should not, for example, home, once you enter home, there is social time. So you just organize yourself. Work. School. So this should be between our time of work and seriousness. It shouldn't be too serious. I'm not talking about doing da'wah with it. You are answering people's question, customer, patient calls you, that's different. I'm talking about, now it's time for ibadah, for example, class. In the salat, we saw them replying. In the salat, I saw with my own eyes, these two eyes. In the tawaf of Mecca, someone answering while doing tawaf. And he was wearing ihram. It's not like me. We may do tawaf like this. No, it was the tawaf of Umrah. Sayan, I am about to finish the tawaf. 2 more rounds. Not knowing that any talk outside the takbir and the tahleel and the tasbih and the dhikr is null and void. Taking a selfie while tawaf, nullify the tawaf. It has to be before the tawaf or after. Let's say you want to take photo with the Kaaba, which is even wrong. You shouldn't do it during. These things have to be known. Salat, you answer. Or you look at. So, this is now taking over our lives. Very true. And now what is frightening is that statistic he gave, which is a scientific research, that the mice that look at different lights take 3 times the time to solve a maze with other mice that have not been exposed. Which means the children's brain is really now being affected. They don't get good grades. If they're supposed to get A+, they're gonna get only A or B+, or because of these things. Because the mind is busy. You are really putting so much on the brain. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us just to make it as a means. Means between work, the hours of work, or the hours of ibadah, or the hours of class, I will not open it. Unless I'm using it now, for example, for research. I'm going to show you another video, which is in my cell phone. I am going to send it to my this one, email, and then show it. Fine, no problem. Or you are an IT guy. Sorry, too bad for you to be IT. And one more thing, watch what you are watching. The moment they know what type of things you watch, they start directing your mind, your brain. For example, you watch a lot of soccer, for example, and your favorite team is Manchester United. They already know what type of, and they start directing you. Slowly, bit by bit, they start drifting you towards the haram. Towards something haram. The children, they don't, adults are not aware of this, let alone kids. So be careful. That's all I'm saying. Let's say you like Lazada, you like to buy things through Lazada, but you like cars, and your favorite car is Mercedes 1990 white SE. You give them the information. They start sending you photos about it, bit by bit, and then slowly they start taking you out to where they want, which is not necessarily good at all. So that's how they get you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us. This is the, that's why Rasulullah ﷺ said, I'm warning you. He said, I'm warning you from tribulations. That each one is worse than the one that passed. SubhanAllah, we are in it. This is worse than TV. People who didn't have TV at all, they were socially interactive. They visit each other. Then TV came. They're still all focused with TV, but they are all in the same room. And TV is black and white. So the world is not that fascinating. The actor and actress still look like hantu, takbir, no matter what they do. With colors, and with each one having 2, now 3, 4, 5 TVs inside the house. Then, now no more TV. Most people are not watching TV, they are. Like this brother who told the Sheikh, Sheikh, I think my wife is a saint. MashaAllah, your wife is a saint? How? He said, at night, when I go to bed, I see light from her side. Nur. Under the, like, when we are covered, I see Nur. She said, you fool. She's checking your cell phone with who you were talking. She was, and that's true. His cell phone she takes and she wants to see who is talking with. Like, man, no. Good husband.